What is up, guys? This is Lintheo coming at you with a card discussion today about a very new and very cool Stardust card that came out, and well, it has been announced, and the name is Divine Spark Dragon Stardust Sifr, or however you pronounce that thing. So basically, for those who don't know, this is very similar to QUASAR Dragon, and QUASAR Dragon is if you don't know about how they're all made and such, QUASAR Dragon was is the combination of all the Signer Dragons. Now this one is a combination of all the Jewel Dragons, I think it is, and so it was going to come out eventually. It is a level 12 light synchro dragon, obviously, that has 4,000 attack and 4,000 defense, and it needs to be summoned by using a tuner synchro monster and 2 or more non-tuner synchro monsters, so basically the exact same as QUASAR. Its effect reads as follows: must be synchro summoned and cannot be special summoned by any other ways. Each card you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects once per turn. During either player's turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy one card on the field. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one level 8 or lower Stardust monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So first off, it's a big beefy monster that isn't going to die very quickly. The effect of not being able to destroy by battle or card effect each one of your cards once per turn is pretty cool, because it means that not only does it protect itself, it protects everything on your board. So if your opponent dark holes you or anything like that, you're just like, meh, okay, these all stay alive for now. But it's going to be pretty difficult to get over. You basically need to destroy it twice. Similarly to QUASAR, obviously with QUASAR being able to negate anything basically once per turn, it's pretty good. But this one, it depends on the type of deck that you're playing. If you kind of spam a lot of monsters, it means that you're just not going to be susceptible to TT, for example, Transfer Tribute or anything like that, and Mirror Force as well. But you know, it's just a different way of negating things, and it's very similar, obviously, to QUASAR. The second effect is when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can negate it, and if you do, destroy one card on the field. That's one thing I really like. It doesn't specify you have to destroy the card's effect that you've negated. You can choose, which is always really nice. Having choice in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of the most important things, with the fact that you can control the board presence. You can say, I actually don't like that back row that you've got, let's get rid of that, or anything like that. Just means that your opponent has to be really careful about what they're actually going to summon and try and activate, because it means that you can generate quite a lot of advantage from that, and it means you can control quite considerably. People might say, well, destroying one card on the field, you know, might not be that good, but the fact that you choose what you destroy can put your opponent in a very awkward position. The last effect of, if it's in your graveyard, you can banish it, special summon a level 8 or lower Stardust monster in your graveyard, is not that great, if I'm completely honest. Sure, the ideal scenario is that you can have a Stardust or Stardust Spark Dragon in your graveyard, and you can special summon it. But I don't know about you, but when are you actually going to be able to summon them when you're summoning this? If you manage to go throughout the duel and summon loads of different Stardust cards and they all get destroyed, then you can summon this. Hey, more power to you, because that's pretty impressive. But the fact that you have to special summon a Stardust monster from the graveyard that has been correctly special summoned already is pretty restrictive. For the first effect to be so generalized and controlling, this one kind of really lets it down. By the way, you can't use Gale Dogger or something to send Stardust to the graveyard and then special summon it, because it doesn't say ignoring summoning conditions on this card, so it means that, hey, you're kind of screwed on that front. Not that anyone would use Gale Dogger for that. The way that you're probably going to be summoning this is, for example, in Junk Doppel, where you will spam the whole Librarian Formula Synchron loop to draw the cards to actually generate some form of advantage while going into all of these synchros and then being able to bring this out. While this is a good card, I kind of think I prefer QUASAR. QUASAR is one of those cards that you can just shoot for game straight away because it can attack twice or however many times, and it also means that you can negate anything that they do. While being able to prevent destruction by battle or card effect is nice, QUASAR's negates anything arguably is a little bit better. Now, yes, your opponent can play around that in the fact that they will, I don't know, play a dark hole and then kill you again, but at the same time, it kind of falls into the same boat as this one. Overall, I think this is a really nice card. The artwork's really cool. It's much nicer than QUASAR in my opinion. But then again, I think QUASAR is actually a nicer card. If you're going to put in so much resource into one card, summoning just one card, I kind of prefer QUASAR. So I want to know what you guys think of the new Stardust card. Do you think it's any good? Do you think you're going to be using it? Do you think it will replace QUASAR? Or do you think it's just going to be a nice little option that people might consider? So as I said, let me know down in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I should catch you guys later.